Welcome to T Boys TV. We're back again with another Hatter Show, obviously episode 92. Obviously, in today's, going to be talking about Bristol City game midweek, and then obviously getting into a very big game. Obviously, coming on to the later stages of the season, every game's massive for us, obviously, for what we want to try and achieve. So, yeah, like always, I'm joined with the dad. How are we, Dad?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Just ignore me. I'm multitasking. I'm just doing something for someone on as well, but it will all be cool, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. So yeah, obviously Bristol City, we took them on midweek, and obviously I did say, obviously didn't quite get the score right, but I did say Dre May would get an assist, and he did. A very nice assist that was. Obviously, we'll get into that. So you both predicted a win. You know, coming on to the later stage of the season, even though Bristol City, you know, going into it, only lost one game in the league in the calendar year. You know, we're ahead of them in the table. You know, we're fighting for playoffs. So yeah, I just thought we'd win the game. I knew it'd be, you know, tight, but I did expect us to win, and obviously we did. But obviously, as for the lineup, it's obviously Ethan in goal, Osho, Lockyer, and Bell at the back. Obviously, Bell as the left centre back, like he has been a lot recently. Obviously, Doherty was on the left, Dre May on the right. Campbell, and then Berry ahead. Obviously, still no Clark in this one. And then Adebayo and Morris. As for the bench, you had Burke, Lansbury, Fred, Shea, Taylor, Watson, Woodrow. So no Bradley, which was interesting on the bench. Obviously, it was Burke instead in that sense. So, yeah, you know, when I saw that lineup, you know, it's pretty much what I would have went with bar Berry, really. Obviously, you know, Ruddock got that unfortunate injury against Sheffield United, so I didn't expect to see him back. But something that's come out about that, it's going to be weeks instead of months, which is obviously good to hear. So hopefully you might see him now as we get later on in this season towards the end. But yeah, pretty much what I expected lineup-wise, bar Berry, like I said. What about you, Dad?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Obviously, Clark was still not available, but you know they're probably not going to risk him. I don't think it's that bad. Good to see Doughty back. Yeah, and good news about Ruddock as well. Like, you know, hopefully he'll be ready, you know, for like playoffs and that, which we should be making now, in my opinion. So yeah, like strong lineup. Happy with that. And he seemed like, well, the other day we was talking about anyway. Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, obviously moving on to the game. Obviously, the first half scored very early. We have done that a couple of times this season, but then again, we conceded early, but a few times, but we haven't done that for a while. And obviously, Morris with a goal, Dre May with the assist. What an assist, by the way. I just had the feeling, you know, going into it. Obviously, I know we did the late Hatter Show, but I did say in that he would get an assist. I just had a feeling. Brilliant ball over to Morris. Morris, that's 3 out of 3 now for him in the Championship. All goals in the box. He's just pouncing on them. Great header that was. You know, he scored a few headers since he's come to Luton, and that was another one. Adding to his, you know, goal tally this season. Brilliant goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, like we early on as well. Like we were just putting the pressure on them, and again the interchanging play. Yeah, great cross, like just perfect. It was like, you know, just waiting. It was just wait. He was waiting for someone to just get a head on it, and good finish as well. Really good finish. And we saying this before about Morris. Do you know what I mean? Don't just score them tap-ins. He scores the headers and that. He's capable of scoring from outside the box and that. And he's on the form of his life as well. Like great finish.
Yeah, no, 100%. Then obviously going a bit later stages into the half. You know, we did have a few chances to extend the lead. You know, I remember a lot of people, even Bristol fans that I heard talk about the game after, you know, they were saying, you know, we could have easily been 2-3, maybe even 4 up. You know, we had some really good chances. Elijah had a good chance. Well, he had a few good chances in the first half, in fact. You know, there's some decent saves by their keeper. Berry had a rebounded chance after. I thought that was the moment. Obviously, on the watch, like, go on, he's actually going to do it. Like I said, he'd score in that one, but unfortunately not. But yeah, we was dominating, and then we looked very good. Like we have a lot of times, recently at home where we've just been dominating. It's just we need to get them more goals. That's the thing. That is the thing. Because like Doherty said in his post match as well, carries on like this. Obviously, we are grinding out them wins, but going to give the manager and the fans a heart attack at this rate. So yeah, it's just one of them really. But very, very dominant. It's just the chances, wasn't it, bud?
Mate, that was the best I've seen Luton play for years. Probably since potentially, and this is different when we won the conference. Yeah, it outstanding. We look like a Premier League team. I don't care what anyone says. Considering they were in form, do you know what I mean? And the manager's bit, we made mistake. No, you couldn't handle us. We were out of this world like that. I said before the match as well. It's scary how good we're looking, and that's exactly what we look like. Some of the football we were playing was unreal. Like, and yeah, someone will get hiding at some point, and let's hope it's someone in the playoff final or in the, you know what I mean, like things like that, because you can't deny. Even some of Bristol City fans were like, they played us off the park. I mean, I think even a couple of them were like saying we look like a Man City of the Championship. They just couldn't believe it. Some of them, and I've never seen the players believe that they can get promoted.
As much as this,
as much as that, like, it's unreal. It seriously. And Elijah as well, like when he got, I think it was in the first half, and Geese was all out tugging him back. If he'd have went down, Geese would have got sent off.
True.
Didn't he? Show he was unlucky. The keeper saved it and that. But we should have won that game, as I said. By at least 3 goals.
Yeah.
But I was just like, wow, watching that. It was incredible. It really, really was. And this is still with players injured as well. It's just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. We just needed. We keep doing it, but we're keeping the clean sheets. We don't look, no one. We just contain teams as well. Defend really well. It's good that we've got the next game so quickly as well. I mean, the way this is building up to that Watford game as well.
Right.
That'll be the nail in the coffin for them this season. That's what that will be. I'm telling you right now. We called it anyway. We knew it'd be a different performance. Then the circumstances were different. We didn't expect that we wouldn't have Nathan Jones, but we knew that But the way we're looking at the moment. Oh my God.
It's mental.
Yeah, and they're tough games coming up. The next 3 games are tough games.
Yeah, 100%.
But we're on absolute fire. No fear. And even if we lost, like I said previously in a lot, it's not going to affect us because we'll just bounce back. We're looking like we can't see us losing again this season. That's how it is. I'm not saying we're not going to. Just chances are I'll probably lose at least 1 game.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if it's not against Watford, but if it is, and we get promoted, I'll take that all day long. They can sit in the Championship and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
If it is, I can't see it, But they'll probably turn up. So will we. It's going to be absolutely mental. First home game as well. For a long time. Do you know what I mean? I thought we was outstanding, and honestly, we should have won by more, much more.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And then obviously going into the second half, again, we had chances in this half as well. Morris with a header, that was very unlucky. That was a great save by their keeper. I can't lie. He made some good saves for them. I can't lie. But yeah, we did have chances as well in the second half, to make it even more. But they didn't really cause much. They had a good chance at the end. I think it was actually Cornick, funny enough.
Cornick looked like...
Mate, have you seen what their fans have been saying about him? Jeez.
He looked like a lost schoolboy. He was trying to like, direct it like they're going to do this, they're going to do watch that. He had like one half chance from what I remember. Easy save for Ethan. Mate, that's what happens when, he must. Yeah, he's getting more money, he's out of contract, whatever. Like, he weren't getting starts, but he looked like a lot, like a lot of people out there. I'm not going to lie. It was just, and he was getting booed as well, which I was quite surprised.
Yeah, I heard about that. People were saying that more watching
on. I think it's more because he went to Bristol City than anything else. That's what I think it is. But deal with it. That's what you reap what you sow, isn't it? But if we said to him, look, you ain't getting ahead of these guys, then you could understand him going. But all that drivel about all the money that they spend, and they, and I just want to touch on something else. I keep seeing these posts more now. Luton are definitely well punching above their weight and all this. Well, let me tell you something. What about all these teams are overachieving, that we are overachieving, yeah? Because of the budget and all this nonsense. It's about what you're doing. It's not about money all the fucking time, yeah? So what about most of the other teams in the Championship? They're underachieving then, aren't they? They're losing millions every year, much, much more than we are. They're underachieving for the money they're spending and what they're doing. They are all underachieving. So put it into context out there, because it just winds me up still now. I just do see some nonsense online, and some of them you can comment, but the ones I've seen recently you can't, because I want to just say, like, you just contradicted yourself in the whole thing. You're going on about this, that, and the other. Just put some respect, please. Do you know what I mean? I mean, would they be saying the same if we had Power Court? Would they still, because we'd still would spend within our means. Do you know what I mean? We wouldn't go out and go, oh, sod it, we'll just do this, that, and the other. It's jarring, and like I said, it's gearing us up. So, and then I see some nonsense about some guy. We talked about it before. Lee Nichols is going to be, obviously relegated. He's still under contract. There's someone, journalist, put on the thing, oh yeah, maybe Luton should go for him and that. And again, I wanted to comment, no, we will not be taking him, mate. Not at all. Not with that attitude problem on him.
Exactly.
Not going to happen. I'd rather keep Ethan all day long than him. You know what I mean? It's just comments like that. We ain't going to go for him. I'll be very, very surprised if we did. Can't see it. Because he won't be on no list. If he is on a list, he'll have a big red mark against his name. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just things like that. I just had to put that out there because it is frustrating. Everyone's just presuming that Middlesbrough, because they're closer, they're only 1 point in front of us. So if they're in the mix, so are we.
And the thing is, they got a bit of a sticky game this week, and they got Preston, and they haven't actually beat the last 3 times they played them.
We've got to play Middlesbrough as well.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Again, we do well against them at home anyway. Since we
Sheffield United got to keep winning. That's it. Personally, I don't think we can do it, but
I think Sheffield United will end up getting that second, confirming it. That's what I reckon. But we could well get third. That Middlesbrough game is going to be very interesting.
See how we do in the next 3 games first, and then you can properly talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
If Sheffield United, they've got to keep winning. Say no, the pressure's on them though. That's the thing. Yeah. We're not. If we don't get third, we're getting second. Sorry, we're in the playoffs in great form. We've got nothing to lose really. Do you know what I mean? We're 7 points clear. You know, so we'd basically have from now, what's it, 9 games left. We have to lose 3 of them in a row. That's not going to happen. So you know, two wins for guaranteed a playoff place. Personally,
Yeah.
so let's just look forward and not, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, that's really all I'm going to say on the game as a whole, because obviously we'll get more into it, you know, with the
Yeah,
player ratings.
there were, you know, it was just they didn't, you know, they were offered a little bit of pressure and they obviously improved, but we should cope with it. We were used to it now. And I will touch on another stat that I did see. Apparently, we've lost quite a lot of points from winning positions. 23 points we've lost from winning positions. So you can imagine, even if we'd won half of them, we'd probably be in second place. So just things like that. And, you know, like I said, business end of the season, we look really good. We look really, really good. You know, who wants it the most? Who wants it the most to get promoted?
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly that. Let's go through some comments and then we'll get on to the player ratings. Yeah, exactly. Listen to Nightbot. Yeah, exactly. Subscribe to the extra channel. Smash a like. All of that. Either Dre May goal versus Sunderland, says Hanno. Oh, that'd be boss. That'd be boss. And he also says, agreed, more goals are needed. Otherwise, it's not sustainable. Exactly. And thing is, we are playing, you know, we will be playing better teams like your Middlesbroughs, etc. Even the next 3 games, like we said, you know, they're all teams fighting for the playoffs. Maybe Sunderland is looking a bit slimmer, but still, you know, that all teams that are fighting for it. So, and they're better teams, you know. So, 100%. Jackie also says that's what I said. We looked like a Premier League team.
I've seen Plant touches of that in other games as well, but in that game, considering Bristol City were in really, really good form as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, moving on to the player ratings. So obviously we'll start off with Ethan. I loved a bit of his shithousery again. He done it again in this game. Obviously he done it against Swansea. He done it in this game. I saw it on a neutral fan that went in the Bristol City away end. I saw it. It was quite funny. But yeah, you know, didn't really have much to do. Let's be honest. You know, a lot of times it's been like that. Recent games anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over 7.5.
Yeah, same. Just for exactly the same reason. Didn't have a lot to do, but generally he's still there. He's still switched on. That's what you need, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Moving on we'll go over to Osho. Now, again, I've noticed it last couple of weeks. You know, he's a name you want to put on the team sheet of how good he's been at the moment, but also his passing, his range of passing. You know, he'd done a moment to Elijah in the first half. Another chance Elijah had as well. The first chance before the one I mentioned earlier, where they cleared it off the line. And that was a great pass by Osho leading up to that. And yeah, obviously got a clean sheet yet again. We do love these 1-0s, of course, at the moment. And yeah, I thought he was good. Yet again, I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8. Again, keep saying it. He's improving game on game. You know, looking good at the back as well. Yeah, we know he's got mistakes in them, but some of them been a bit unlucky in that, to be fair. Just another great performance from him, really. So, 8.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously captain Lockyer, obviously he's always going to be even more up for this game because obviously he did play for Bristol Rovers. Obviously Bristol City fans don't like him. You know, I always think of last season where he scored and celebrated right in front of them. And yeah, no, it's just a really good performance for him yet again. You know, it's just solid defensively yet again. He's been like that numerous amount of times this season. I'm going to go with another 8.
Yeah, same. You know, calm since he got it. You know, that sending off. He's just been going about his business. You know, really well. And this could have been a game where he could have got more feisty than anything, but he didn't. Well, he was, but he wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Out letting emotions get to him, and that is really in check at the moment. Another really good performance from him. 8.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then moving on to obviously the last one out of the 3 at the back. Obviously Bell, like I say, it's a lot better since obviously Rob Edwards has come in and he's played that position and like just been able to do what we know he's good at. Like I say, numerous amount of weeks. He's doing that in this game. And yeah, it was good for him again. Obviously, part of that clean sheet, of course. I'm going to go over 8 again.
I thought he was involved quite a lot, and looks really confident as well going forward. Creates a lot. Always looking to play the ball forward as well. I'm going to give him an 8.5.
Yeah, fair enough. And then moving on to the wing backs. Obviously, we'll start off with J-May. Obviously, got an assist. I did say on the watch long, he's my man of the match. And I'm going to obviously give him it here as well, of course. The assist, played the full 90 minutes, and he was just brilliant. You can just see he's getting more into the swing of things with how we play. Obviously, we know his quality's there, his Premier League quality. And yeah, like I said, he's my man of the match. So as for a rating, I'm going to go pretty high, to be fair. I'm going to go over 9.
Yeah, I'll give him 8.5. Yeah, great assist. Again, looking good. Definitely a Premier League player. And wants to be part of this, having that on loan, getting a promotion on your CV. It looks good. Got the right attitude as well. And if we do go up, we can be keeping him potentially. So yeah, I'm going to give him an 8.5.
Yeah, absolutely. And then moving on to the other side, obviously Doherty. Yeah, it was decent again. Obviously, we know him and Bell like to do the chopping and changing with who guys hire, etc. You saw that a few times in this game, and yeah, I thought he was decent again. To be honest, as for a rating, I'm gonna go with another 8.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8. Always look dangerous as he does, threatening, good on the ball. Some players they're looking like they can't cope with him at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And he's still young as well. Loves playing for the town. Again, probably he's going to be playing his best football for us. Obviously, he's playing really well at the moment, but I can just see him getting better. But I'll give him 8, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Jackie said Cody and Alfie are her man of the matches. So that's fair enough. It's fair enough. For me, J-May was a player close getting it at Sheffield United, but I didn't quite give him it. So this game, I just thought the full 90 minutes, getting that assist is the reason I gave it to him. And then moving on to the midfield, we'll start off with Campbell. Obviously, you sort of know what you get from him. We know that, gets stuck in, doesn't give you time, space. Part of that midfield, obviously getting a clean sheet as well as the whole team, of course. I thought he was decent. Yeah, again, I'm gonna go with another 8.
Yeah, 8 for me. Like I said, hasn't sulked. When he's been on the bench and that, missed out on Scotland called up, whatever. Still going about his business, doing what he does best. And getting better as well. And another one who's up for the cause. I'm going to give him 8.
Yep, exactly. Big up Harry in the chat as well. Obviously, Birmingham fan has just put Barsh in the chat. So he loves saying that at the moment. So yeah, big up yourself, mate. And then moving on to Nakamba, who's obviously on next to Campbell. Yeah, I thought he was decent again. You can see, obviously, we know his Premier League quality's there, like we say, week upon week. But it's just the fact, obviously, the lower down you go, the more physical it is, the more players are sort of in your face sort of thing. And he's adapting with it well now. You can see that he's a lot better with it. Obviously, you look at the Preston game, for example. It took a bit of a while and it nearly cost us. But yeah, you can see he's, doing, understanding that now. He was really good. His range of passing's good. Another Premier League quality player. I'm going to go with another 8.
Yeah, well, might be a surprise to some people, but do you know what? He's my man of the match, yeah. That's the best I've seen him play for us. And, he likes playing in that position. He's really, again, Premier League quality, passing, tackling's get better as well. Like, he's always looking for the full patient. Do you know what I mean? He won't just play it, he'll look for the right pass. And he was all over the place in that game, like in a good way. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's my man of the match. So I'm going to give him 9.
Fair enough. And then moving on to Berry, is obviously higher. Obviously, a start for Berry, which is good to see. Obviously, you know, I want to see him start more. Obviously, when he can. And he did have a chance. Like I said, he did have a chance, a rebound. Quite unlucky, to be fair, I would say. I thought he was decent in this game. Obviously, I have seen better from him, but he wasn't bad. As for a rating, I'll go with another 8.
I'll give him a 7.5. Obviously, like, you know, we said before the game, he's, you know, boots to feel his lack of game time really. That's all that's affecting him. Do you know what I mean? But he didn't make any mistakes. He was decent. But we like you said, we can see better from him. But 7.5.
Yeah, exactly. Jackie says Marvelous was great. Yeah, he was good. Like I say, he was a lot better, definitely, compared to likes of the Preston game, for example. And then moving on to obviously the strikers, we'll start off with Elijah. Again, it's just one of them where getting in the right positions and that, it's just struggling to get them goals. Sometimes putting it in the back of the net. Obviously, there's a few times in this game. It's just unlucky. Obviously, he's always getting grabbed as well. Every single game you see it, it's just can see that it's definitely frustrating from his end. But obviously, he's got to try and you know, adapt with it in that sense. And I feel he is, to be honest, just needs that goal. He just needs to put it in there. You know, he had a few chances. I'm going to go over 7.5.
Who are we talking about? You didn't mention
Elijah.
I thought he was better than that. I thought he was really good. I thought he was unlucky. He was all over the place, and he's looking better every game. Again, he just needs to get the goals, but he's in and around it. He was unlucky. Do you know what I mean? He could have went down. I thought he was decent. I'm going to give him 8.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And then moving on to Morris, he obviously got another goal for the championship for him this season. And great header, typical Morris goal, 3 out of 3 for him. You could say he's up there for man of the match. I think the stadium, they announced that he was the man of the match. You know, he had chances other than the goal, of course. He was unlucky from a great save for their keeper in the second half. And he had another chance as well shortly after his goal, a header that went over. Quite unlucky. So, yeah, he could be up there for man of the match as well. I'm going to give him an 8.5.
Yeah, same. He was close to being man of the match for me. It was a really, really good performance.
Yeah, same.
Like, he's definitely well worth the money that we paid for him, which is fuck all, really. Do you know what I mean? In today's cash terms and that. But, like, great goal. You know, it's not easy to score the headers from, you know, because he was quite far out as well, really. And to place it down there like he did. And then he was just busy all game, looked to threat all game, passing, you know, hold up play, everything. Like, I've had some people, heard people mention that he could be, you won't remember, but like Steve Howard, who used to play for us when we was last in the championship, who was part of that game when we lost 5-3 to Liverpool. And we were all over him. Like, that's what this team kind of reminds me of, that a little bit. But this team is better than that team. So yeah, I'm going to give him 8.5.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And then obviously moving on to the players that come on, I think it might be difficult to give them quite a high rating because obviously they both come on late. That was obviously Woodrow and Burke, just to steady things up, really. That's what it was. Obviously Woodrow for Elijah. Woodrow, I'm just going to go over 6.5.
Yeah, same. You know, again, like you say, it was late. Both of them for me, 6.5.
Yeah. Same with Burke, 6.5 as well. He obviously come on for Bell, went over to that right hand side. But yeah, so there you go. There are player ratings. So I gave Dre May man of the match. You gave him a Canberra man of the match.
They're both loan signings.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
As well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, overall, good win. Just a shame, we couldn't put more in the net. But yeah, obviously, if we do, well, when we do, sorry, because obviously we are going to be up against better sides. Hopefully, we can put them chances away and get some more goals, of course. But overall, good performance. Both expected a win, and we got it. Knew it'd be tight, but both thought obviously we'd score a bit more. But yeah, good win. Anything else you want to say on that game?
Just unbelievable, right? The way we're looking at the moment, and wow, let's just continue like that, and that'll be fine. We always go, aren't it? As long as the performance is there against like certain teams, like this was more than a performance. Do you know what I mean? This was like, what are we doing in this league, mate? We should be in the I'm not, obviously it is. We know it's a difficult league, but if you can play like that for 60% of the time, you ain't getting relegated from that league. So
yeah,
100%. That sounds silly for a
definitely.
Just the football.
Should have scored a lot more.
I keep, and then I think Reading lost again, and I saw Paul Ince's moody-looking face, and I was thinking, that guy said we do Luton play football. I'd love to play Reading now. I'm hoping we've got them again. I think we have.
Yeah, we have. We got them away midweek.
I'll tell you what, that's going to come back and haunt him. I'll tell you that now.
I think that's the next away game after Millwall. I'm pretty sure. I know it's a midweek like it was last year. Hopefully I'll do that one as well.
We'll be playing them off the park. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, we did last time. I remember it. We literally did last time in the midweek game. I remember Campbell and I can't remember who got own goal. They scored an own goal to start off with, and then obviously we scored I think early on in the second half. Pretty sure Campbell, but yeah. Anyway, moving on to the game tomorrow. See these games coming up to the end of the season, especially these next three, like we said, they're going to be difficult games. See, this is the last game before the international break. Sunderland away. Everyone talks of it as a good away day, especially I've spoken to, obviously, everyone that I spoke to about it, their team hasn't even won there. Obviously, a few of my mates that said it, obviously, Luton fans, when we drew there in League One. But yeah, Sunderland, obviously, I'd say for their, first season back overall, they've done really well. Obviously, they are, a team that you could say are in the playoff mix, but it's looking a bit slimmer for them. Obviously, their last two games at home, they have taken defeats. Obviously, that very heavy defeat to Stoke, which obviously a lot of people were shocked about. And then obviously they did lose midweek as well to Sheffield United, who are obviously trying to confirm that second place. So it's all interesting. Obviously away, we know how good we are this year. Obviously, if we do win this game, we will go back up. We're currently third on the whole of the away form in the league. If we do win, we will go back up to first because obviously Sheffield United or Burnley are not playing obviously this weekend. But yeah, bit of insight going into it. Sunderland are unbeaten in their last 8 league matches against Luton. 1-4, drawn 4 since a 3-0 defeat in December 1994, which is obviously not great from our side if you want to hear that. And also neither is this one. Luton are winless in 14 league visits to Sunderland, drawn 5, lost 9 since a 1-0 win there in September 1973.
I wasn't even born.
Yeah, it's mad.
That's saying something.
Positive things that are giving me stuff though. Hearing these, if you can hear that, that's a buzzer. Bear with me, someone will answer that. Is the 1994 thing. We had the same thing against Sheffield United, didn't we? And then we beat them, so hopefully. But yeah, the next one, Mowbray is unbeaten in his last 5 league games against Luton, winning 1, drawing 4. Although the last 3 have been drawn, including earlier this season, which is obviously a draw at Kenilworth Road, did go to that one as well. So I will be going to both fixtures against Sunderland. Luton are unbeaten in their last 7 away league matches, 1-5, drawn 2, since losing 2-1 to Middlesbrough, which is obviously Rob Edwards' first game that was as well. Luton Town have only won have won 10 away league games this season. Their most ever away wins in the season within the top 2 tiers of English football. They last won more in a league season, obviously in 2018 to 19 in League One. Was that the season, Dad, where we watched that Accrington Stanley game? Was that season?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was. Yeah,
The 3-0 win. I think it was, wasn't it? So yeah, that's a bit about that, and then a bit about a bit more. Obviously, visit the stadium and light. The Hatters will look to continue their impressive recent run of form following the win against Bristol City during midweek, whilst Sunderland have just one win in their last 6. Sunderland have fallen to 12th place in the Championship after they briefly broke into the top 6 last month. The Black Cats secured an impressive win at Norwich City last weekend before falling to defeat at home against Sheffield United, like I said. Saturday's hosts have suffered massively since the injury of their top scorer, Ross Stewart, with just 3 wins since the Scot was injured in January. Manchester United loanee Diallo has been out with injury for the last 2 games. However, he could be set to appear this weekend. The Ivory Coast international has scored 8 goals this season. Obviously, last time we met is a 1-1. So, yeah, that's a bit about it. I guess we'll talk about the officials. You know what it's like in a moment. So the person in the middle, we Scott Oldham. This will be the first fixture that he's refereed the Hatters and his first game in the Championship. So that's interesting. He's taken charge of 23 games this season, 12 of which were in League One, handing out 74 yellow cards and 2 red cards. So it's all interesting. Regarding injury news, I'm not really too sure. Obviously, like I said, Ruddock's going to be weeks instead of months, which is obviously good to hear. But yeah, I think it, is pretty much what it is now when it comes to team. But how are you feeling overall going into this one, Dad?
Mixed match, because of the record, it is poor. But I know we're definitely on a roll, and it wouldn't be surprising if we do win. Their form's not been great. It's a big stadium. Their fans. This would be a test for us as well. They're very similar to us in certain aspects. They're in your face and that, but they're always they get a lot of bookings. They were very unlucky in their last game against Sheffield United because I believe it was an offside leading up to the goal, and the officials apologised after the game, so the goal shouldn't have stood. We've had that this season, as well, but I expect them to be really up for this game, and we've got to be on the ball in this game. So it's tougher than it looks. It is probably, I'd say that playing Millwall's probably going to be easier than playing Sunderland. So that's how I'm feeling going into it.
Yeah,
including the way we played in the last game.
Yeah. No, fair enough. I'm actually feeling confident. I know it's definitely going to be a tough game. I know that for sure. Obviously, given the record we have overall, big stadium, like you say. Obviously, they are doing well for their first season overall. I would say, given obviously the injuries they've had, they are. They only just come up.
The manager change as well.
Yeah, the manager change as well. Exactly. So. It is that, but I just look at things like that 1994 record. That just reminds me of the Sheffield United, what we've done there. We're very good away this season. Like I said, if we do win tomorrow, we'll go back up to first in the best away form in the whole league. So I'm feeling confident, to be honest, that we can get some sort of result. So yeah, that's how I feel about that one. Stephen says, big up, guys. Sorry, I had a domestic. Obviously, he's got a wedding, so he won't be going to the game tomorrow. Not a problem, mate. Big up yourself for that. So, yeah. And then Jackie says, this team worries me. So, it's an interesting one. And I definitely understand why you say that. But, yeah, what we'll get into now is obviously the lineup. So, obviously, what we would do the usual. I'd go with, and then see if Dad agrees. Or would we go with something else? So obviously we go with this formation, most likely anyway. What we have been going with, It's obviously the 5-2-1-2 on here. Stephen in goal. It's obviously straightforward there. In the middle of the back three, Lockyer. On the right side, I would say Osho, of course, even how he's been. On the left side, this is where I'd go Bell again. So yeah, Bell, where is he? There he is. Left wing back, Doherty, of course. Right wing back, obviously go Drame. The midfield, I would go with. I suppose you have to go what it was when it comes to these two, which is obviously Campbell, because obviously you still know Ruddock, Campbell and Canberra. Where is he? There he is. And then Cam, I want to say Clark. I hope he is back for this one. But just because I'm not sure if he will be back, I reckon if he will, he'll definitely start. I'll go Berry. I will go Berry. And then up front, I think it speaks for itself again, really, doesn't it? With obviously Elijah and Morris, of course, definitely Morris. So yeah, that's what I'd go with. So unchanged. But like I said, if Clark's available, then I would definitely go with him in this one. So that would be the only change. Otherwise, for me, your thoughts on that lineup, Dad?
Yeah, exactly the same. I think Clark will be back, and I think he will start. I think potentially we do need him in this game. So if he is fit, he'll be starting.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Stephen's gone with the same as well. It says the exact same as Wednesday. If Clark is back, replace Berry for him. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's straightforward. That's probably the most straightforward we've ever done it, to be honest. But yeah, saying all that, it's that time, Dad. Score predictions. I'll let you go first.
Do you know what? I'm going to go with, and I'll give my reasons for it. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Luton win. I do think it's going to be. They're going to be. What I think is that their discipline will let them down, and they'll end up getting someone sent off or conceding a penalty, dangerous free kick, something like that. And you know they're decent, and they might do well next season. But this, I think, it's just for a first season in the Championship, that this is where another game that we have to put it to bed. And I think it'll be tough. Might not be. It might be ugly. It might be scrappy. But I think that we will just edge it. So I'm going to go 2-1 Luton.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. My prediction is actually the exact same. I've gone 2-1 Luton as well. I think this is where we break the record, not beating them for so long. But then again, if we was to get a draw, I wouldn't be disappointed with that personally. Given, Sunderland, they are, on the late push, it is a difficult place to go as well. Yeah, I think we'll do it as well. I really do. Goal scorers?
I'm going to go.
Excuse me.
I think Doughty in this game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go Morris again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go Morris. I can definitely see Morris. I could see him. Hopefully I don't jinx it. But I could see him scoring, celebrating, looking up. I could see that towards us. And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna go Drame to get a goal. Obviously, Hannah was saying hopefully earlier. I reckon he's got an assist now. He might get a goal. So. And maybe Doherty gets an assist. Let's see if I predict that right. But yeah, that is that. Anything else you would like to say on this?
Well, I know you're going. Obviously, it's a safe travels. You know what I've told you about back and things like that. Apparently, they don't allow coins, vapes, flipping belts, trousers, or anything in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
But last time they'd done that, they got absolutely slapped. So we'll see. But yeah, just anyone's going. Just last, game before the international break. As long as we get a positive result, that's all that matters. And if we do win, we'll be looking really, really good. And teams will be looking behind us because obviously it's the FA Cup. So is it Blackburn?
Blackburn, 3 championship teams in it: Burnley, Blackburn, and Sheffield United.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Sheffield United and Blackburn have played each other.
You know what I mean? Because no one's catching them, but this could be interesting, especially if them 2 teams do go through again. It could be in our favour. So it is vital that we do get a result, I think. And who knows? We could be 13 points clear of playoffs with 8 games to go, and you can't really be losing that. So you pretty much guaranteed a spot. But the higher the more, the higher we finish, the more, the way we're playing, etc. It's easy. It'll be easier for us. So just enjoy it again.
Yeah, 100%.
I think Mix from up that way as well. So that's to win for him, right? Because wow, let's just see what happens. But yeah, just positive result. And just make sure. Well, I can't say much ain't going, but we make as much noise as we can. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. And proper. This is a proper massive shout out. Obviously, I always shout out the away fans that go, but this is a proper massive shout out because this is the furthest in the league. Do you know what I mean? It's 4 and a bit hours, 8-hour round trip, or 8 and a bit hour round trip. So, yeah, man, definitely big up to everyone. And I know for sure they'll definitely will be making noise right at the top. So yeah, we will. It's going to be good, hopefully. So yeah, man. And Jackie's prediction as well. Nearly forgot it. Flipping hell, that would have been great to me, wouldn't it? She's got 2-1 as well. She's got Jordan Clark and Colton Morris. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Clark, returning, even though he's not been out for too long, but obviously getting a goal, that'd be good. Whoever scores, it'd be boss, but Clark for that sense as well. And then Morris to obviously keep up his goal scoring record. That'd be 4 out of 4 if he does score tomorrow as well. Obviously, depending on how many he scores, if he scores more than 1. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, that is the end of the Hat Show. Obviously, episode 92. So yeah, man, big up to everyone tuned in. Might probably do one on Monday, I'm thinking, just so we can talk about this game. And then obviously, after the international breaks, we can just straight get into that Watford game as well. So then obviously, we don't have to, talk about this game and get into the one we always love talking about. Even last time, unfortunately, what happened, still obviously talk about it before. So it's going to be good, Kenilworth Road as well. But yeah, let's save that. But yeah, don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you haven't already. Big up to everyone that's tuned in as well. So yeah, much appreciated like always. Make sure you do subscribe to the other channel as well if you haven't already. That would also be much appreciated. If you do want to follow me across any of my socials, obviously links to them are in the description. And yeah, there we go. That is all 3 live streams done. Make sure you do check the other ones out if you haven't already. Championship predictions and FA Cup. Flipping hell, save the best till last. That is what I've done. But yeah, until next time, we will see you in a bit. So yeah, take care and peace.